Remarkable! Incredible! Unbelievable!
Save! And Franco are champions!
Good on Pepe! Goal! It doesn't get any better than that!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Game and Frame live stream, coming to you live from the Sousa Sports Complex in Central Islip. My name is Francis Argueta, and it is kickoff week in the UPSL Northeast American Premier. We are in for a treat on this rainy Saturday as last fall's fourth place New York Empire take on New Jersey's Future Soccer Academy. Empire is looking to get off to a good start behind its striking duo today of Naeem Charles and Tim DeMay. Another top four finish will see them back into the playoffs after an early exit last season to New Jersey Alliance FC. Although Futures only had 2 victories in the last season of the fall 2024 season, one of those wins came versus Real New York FC in the final match week. They'll look to get things started earlier this time around. Both teams enter tonight with a clean slate, 0-0. Someone will be leaving tonight with at least 1 point. We'll be finding out who that is soon in just a matter of minutes. On this Saturday night, the rain is slowly going away, but not quite just yet. A little sprinkle here and there. We have Empire in the yellow jerseys, Future in all blue. Other than the wet conditions, a beautiful Saturday night here in Long Island. We're just waiting on the rest whistle to get this going. We have a pretty decent crowd so far. You can expect a couple more people to come in a couple of minutes. Refs are getting set. Ball is coming to the middle of the field. We are in for an exciting match. This Empire team is going to look to get started quickly. In a very competitive league last season, with the top 4 separated by only a few points. Empire had a great season. And Future is going to look to have more than 2 wins this season. Today is their first challenge to getting there. We have our captains here meeting with the refs, so we'll take the time to give you the lineups. For your New York Empire FC, we have Jonathan Biasis in net with the number 26. A back 3 of Stephen Hollis, Trevor Henderson, and George Youssef. Sebastian Monroy, Danny Moya, Enrico Reynoso are in the middle, with Cairo Aaron and Matthew Cazzetti above them. And up front is Naeem Charles and Tim DeMay. Umpire looks like it's going to start with the ball here. Just a couple of seconds as the ref puts the final finishing touches. And we are still not ready to go quite yet. And there's the whistle we've been long awaiting for. It is kickoff here in Central Islip Sousa Complex. Empire starts off with the ball going down the left side. And it goes all the way back to the defense. For Future, they start with Griffin Lawrence in net, David O, Kenny Arias, Tapiwa, and Harrison Carolyn completing the back four. Above them is Yassine, Liam Yair, and Stefan in the middle, with Nadata, Kai Maor, and Thomas Tolgar up top. They come into this game with the 4-3-3, and the ball is having early action down the middle of the field for Empire, and it is intercepted there. Pushing up the field is Nadata, pushing up, further up, and is stopped by the defender, but quickly recovers the ball back for Future, plays it back into the middle of the field. There's Liam, who plays it further back over to Tapiwa. Yassine passes it to the right side of the field and all the way back to recompose themselves. They'll need to be careful with the ball against this Empire squad, have a high press, always looking to win the ball back and give themselves an offensive opportunity. There's Stefan passing the ball back over to Tapiwa, who switches the field over to, that is Tapiwa, passing the ball was Arias. Nadata is pushing forward, early, Future action. He is intercepted there. There is Nico Reynoso, who passes the ball off to Danny Moya. Over to the left side for Aaron. They look to switch the field here with Trevor Henderson. Here's Gazzetti down the right side, back to Henderson, captain of this Empire squad. Over to Hollis. Pushing the ball up front. There's Naeem Charles, who drops it down, looking for his support down the left side. That was DeMay, and it goes out for an early throw-in for New York Empire. A lovely ball floated up there to the man up front, and Charles, that duo is going to play a big part in today's match for Empire. Both strikers are going to look to get on the score sheet early. That ball goes out of bounds, and it is Future's ball this time around. Here's a throw-in over to Liam. Trying to save it is Future, but they give it right back to Empire. Here is Reynoso. Reynoso with the spin move, getting away from his two defenders. Goes over to the captain, Henderson, with plenty of space to look forward. Here's Charles. Early pressure by the defense. No foul, says ref. Play on. Here's Nagata pushing forward. He's looking for Thomas Tolgar there, but gives it away. And here comes Empire once again. Liam wins it back for Future and pushes it further away for safety here down the right side of the pitch for Future. Back to Liam. Nice touches on the field so far. Future intercept, but Empire wins it right back. Back and forth game already in these early minutes of this game. There goes Nagata winning the ball back for Future. David O is showing support down the left side of the pitch, looking to take on his defender. Still there, puts in the ball across the box. Who is there to win it first? It is Empire. They're looking to get it out of harm's way. Future regains possession with Liam. There's David once again. Liam further up the pitch. Relentless pressure early on in this match by Future. There's a throw-in for Future, the team from New Jersey. Nadata. Ooh, and almost given away right there with the Empire pressure. Here's the May, has some space to work with here, takes on his defender. There's another, gives it off over to Charles. Charles has to recover that ball on the left corner. Puts in the ball across the box. There's early action by Griffin Lawrence. And it puts a hand on it for Future to start their counter. Here's Nagata. Down the left side, one-on-one with Henderson. Takes on Henderson. Henderson is still there. Passes the ball off. Can he get a shot off here? No, the Empire defense is right there to stop that from happening. All the way back to the keeper, Villasis. And over to Cazzetti. Henderson. Looked like a foul there, and there's the first foul whistle of the game. Empire has a free kick to work with. Good early pressure on by both teams. Back and forth game so far. And these opening 5 minutes or so of the match. Not a team yet that has held firm possession of the ball. But here's Empire trying to do just that. There's Danny Moya. Looking for Reynoso there, but giving away to Future. They look to start their offense once again. There's the May to win it right back for Empire. Back to the captain, Henderson. Back to the keeper. Cazzetti. Trying to reset some offense here. The early going. Monroy here with the long ball looking for Charles. Can Charles get there? He does. Takes a shot on. Griffin puts hands to it, but the defender at the line clears it away. Just in the nick of time to prevent the first goal of the match. Lawrence did just enough to prevent that from crossing the line. And Empire has the ball once again. These air services over to Charles have been crucial for this Empire offense so far. Here's Aaron down the left wing, takes on a defender who makes a challenge. And we have our first corner of the match for the team in yellow. The best way to end your Saturday evening with some exciting football in Long Island. So we see the corner being taken from the left side of the pitch. In comes the service. Looking for a header. Future's to it first. Here's another opportunity. There's a ball for May. It is deflected away by the defender. And Empire still on it. Corner right here. Takes a shot. Blocked by the defender. Reynoso still trying to get possession. He does. Looking for support. Looks like to be a foul, and it is. Another free kick for Empire. Looks like number 18, Andrade Wright, has started this match in place of Stephen Holland. That is an early correction to this Empire lineup.
Trevor, go! Trevor, go!
There's a whistle for the free kick to be taken. Here comes the service into the box. Defender to it first, and we get another corner for Empire.
We have an injured player. We gotta make a sub.
Looks like we're having our first sub of the match in the early minutes of this first half. Due to injury, it looks like, as Stephen Hollis is looking to enter the pitch. But it's going to take place after this corner is taken. Here it comes from the opposing side. Big air right there. Won by the Empire player. Safe into the hands of Lawrence. Here's Nagata all by himself, asking for the ball down the left side of the pitch. Drops it with ease. And here's the support coming his way. It is David O. Excuse me, that is actually Stefan who won that ball first. And we'll have that change take place now. Looks like Cazzetti is off the pitch as Stephen Hollis is entering with number 20. And we resume play. The last few drops of the night hopefully have fallen. We have dry skies for the rest of the night as here is Wright. Moya giving it over to his captain Henderson. Back to Moya. Pressure continuing to be put on by this future side. Making the trip over from New Jersey down to Long Island. There's a forward ball there looking for Charles, but this time they couldn't connect as we have a goal kick coming for Griffin Lawrence. We have a couple more matches for you to tune into. The New York Athletic Club will play Zoom Schneider FC at 12:15 p.m. in the Metropolitan Conference on April 6th. That is tomorrow, Sunday. Also tomorrow, Hoboken FC 1912 will face Richmond County FC at 4 p.m. Later, April 10th, we have Pancyprian Freedoms facing Central Park Rangers at 9 p.m. in the UPSL Metropolitan Conference. All those games you can catch on your Game and Frame live stream. Empire gives the ball away right there. Speed showing down this side as Stefan is pushing forward, looking for Nagata. Andrade Wright gets to it first. Giving right back to Future. Looks like a potential foul there. Play on, says ref. And is giving it away back to Empire. Here's Aaron. Sliding tackle by David O. Physical game so far. Nagata is pushing down the left wing. Looking for some options. Puts the ball across the box. And Villasis safely brings that ball into his hands. Here comes the recently subbed on Hollis over to DeMay. DeMay looking for Charles, sliding tackle by the defender for Future. Regains possession back into the hands of Griffin Lawrence. Here's Arias over to David O. Long ball by David. Looking for his forward up top. That is Thomas Tolgar. Defender to it first, trying to hit it off of Tolgar. Regain possession for Empire. All the way back to the keeper, who has some space and time to work with for his options. Henderson looking for DeMay, tall body up front. These long ball services are great for these forwards in the yellow and black this evening. Given away there, but the rebound lands to Moya, who plays it further left to Hollis. Sebastian Monroy. Over to Henderson. Here's Reynoso. The pace of the game has slowed down just a little bit as Empire's focusing on building up play. Back to Henderson. Has tons of space to work with down this right side of the field. Goes over to Wright. This is Youssef. Hollis to Reynoso. Moya. Moya further out the pitch. There goes the offense by Moya. Still pushing forward. Takes a shot. And it goes just wide of the net. And it looks to be a corner. What other intervention took place might have prevented the first goal of the game. Already some crucial blocks by this Future Star Academy team to prevent this game from blowing up. Hollis to take this corner. Here comes the ball, looking for a header. Gets past everybody. Here is Charles, further back. Not the best service there, but one back by Reynoso. Reynoso goes down. No call by the ref. Play on, actually, says. Here's another corner, taken cross to the right side of the pitch, looking for Stephen Hollis. He drops it down, but so is the defender right there. Nagata looking to remove the pressure off his side. And one right back by Empire. Reynoso. Over to Hollis on the other side of the field. Headed away by the defense. Who will get the first goal of the match? We haven't gotten it yet in these early 15 minutes. We have another 30 minutes to work with. One back by Future. Sliding tackle there. And ball comes over to our camera crew over here. By camera crew, I mean me and Ben. Everything good so far, though. David. Back to Arias and back to Lawrence. Here comes the long ball service. Stefan was there. Arias switches the field over to Tapiwa, number 89. There goes the tackle. Another tackle. Hollis wins the ball back, but the Future player is still fighting. No call by the ref. Back to Empire. Here comes Aaron. Oh, and he gives it away in the costly position of the field. Here comes the forward for Future. Down the left side. Will he take a shot on? He takes one sliding tackle, avoids it, and takes a shot, and it goes far wide from the post. He had the time and space that he needed, but Kai wasn't able to make good contact. They had their first shot of the game, though. Good move and all, but all it needed was the finishing, crucial touch to open up the scoring for Future. DeMay was looking to get on the other side of the bat. And here goes Charles, who gives him the ball once again. Flag stays down by the corner, by the ref. No foul, says the main ref either here. Here comes Stefan. Over to David O. Further back to Arias. Here's Liam. Long ball looking for Thomas up front, but it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper for Empire and Villasis. Henderson. Pressure remains resilient by Future. Despite their record last season, they did have a couple of close matches. So far, they have put in a good effort in today to keep this game scoreless. Here's Henderson. Gives it away. One by Future. They get to the rebound as well. Here they go, pushing forward with Thomas. Thomas trying to maintain possession. He does. Has support down the field. Liam. Here goes. There's Wright to handle the danger. The ball goes off Wright for a Future throw-in. Here comes the throw-in by Future. They keep playing on, and Empire wins it back with Reynoso. Then May has some space to work with. Charles making the run. He finds another player instead who's pushing forward. There looks to be a foul there. This time it is called. There has to be a yellow. And it is going to be our first booking of the match, it looks like. I believe that is going to be to Kenny Arias, who had to make that crucial intervention, or else the forward was steer clear to potentially score in the first goal of this match. Great ball and great pressure by Empire. Charles was looking to make the run down the left wing. He looked to be outside. And DeMay made the right pass at the right time to add some danger to this offense. And we have a dangerous free kick to be taken here on the edge of the semicircle of the 18-yard box. Charles is the only one behind the ball. Here comes a shot. Lefty taken, and it's saved by Griffin Lawrence. What a dive. And we have another corner. Charles puts some finesse on that one, and it forced an early intervention by Griffin Lawrence. Harm's not out of the way. Here comes another corner. Looks like, and contact is made, but here's another corner to be taken on the other side of the pitch by Stephen Hollis. Trevor Henderson was the one who made contact with that header, and it was deflected away. Early danger from the set pieces by Empire. Low this time around. There's a shot by DeMay, blocked by the defense. And both teams claim that ball, and Future comes out winning as we have a goal kick for the team in blue. And stick around for halftime as we prepare the March goal of the month. Coming once we finish the first 45 minutes of this first half. Back and forth match so far. Empire have had the clear chances, but Future has deflected, blocked, saved a couple good chances to keep this game scoreless. There's Nagata trying to fight for the ball with Reynoso. Here comes another Empire throw-in. All the way back to right. Villasis. There's Youssef. Over to Hollis. Charles. Back to Youssef. Not as much action down that left side. A lot of it has been down this right side and towards the middle of the field. There's a ball looking for the tall forward in the May. He wins that over to Aaron. Aaron looking to take on a defender. Takes on another. Switches the field over to Stephen Hollis. There Moya. Over to Hollis. Here comes the service into the box. And Lawrence is there to safely grasp that ball into his hands. Lawrence guiding his Future Soccer Academy players get open down the field, trying to maintain possession. Right to it first, but it deflects off Thomas. Thomas looking for the pass there, but didn't connect. That was actually Kai looking for Thomas. Didn't make the pass he was looking for. Almost wins the right back there. Villasis with the kick over to Hollis. Hollis over to Reynoso. Has some space to work with. There's the May. Back to Reynoso. Reynoso has one more defender to take on. He takes a shot. Looks like it deflected off the hand there. And there it is. There's the whistle by the referee, which indicates a handball inside of the box for our first penalty of the match. Unlucky by the defender as he was making the tackle, the sliding tackle to block the shot by Reynoso. But looks to be deflected off his hand. And we have a penalty to potentially open the scoring. for New York Empire. That connection with Reynoso down the middle of the field has been excellent for Empire up to this point, and it resulted in this dangerous counterattack, and is giving us an opportunity to see our first goal of the match at the feet of Naeem Charles, number 7. Ref looks to be giving a talking to the boys in blue. And Charles is going to be one-on-one with Griffin Lawrence. Like for like, to open up the scoring this evening. There's a whistle. Naeem approaches. Naeem takes, and Naeem scores! Naeem Charles opens up the scoring this evening for the New York Empire from the penalty spot. It is 1-0. All that attacking was due for a goal, and it is Charles, the main man up front, who opens up the scoring for Empire, and Future is down in this first half. They were doing all they could to save and block all those chances by Empire. But as they say, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Even though it was deflected this time around, it ended up in that penalty, and Empire has opened the scoring. We got about 20 minutes left in this first half. And there's a whistle to restart play.
Let's go, hard, 2 minutes, let's go.
A little unlucky for Future, the way they were playing, the way they were defending. But Charles capitalizes off the opportunity that was granted to him. And Empire restarts play here again. There's Monroy over to Youssef. There goes Kai putting on some pressure over to Andrade. Over to Aaron. Aaron lets it go, but it goes out of bounds. For a Future throw-in, here's David O to restart play. A foul called by the ref down the left side of the pitch off this throw-in. Looks to be a shove, he says, off the back of the Future star player. There's David. Over to Stefan. Down the left wing. Back to O. Here is Nagata, who is dispossessed by Aaron. There's the May. Always up in the air, dropping down the ball to restart his offense. Aaron all the way back to the goalkeeper. Here is Youssef. Hollis. Over to the goal scorer, Naeem Charles. Back to Youssef. Switching the field over to right. Oh, and that ball looks to have deflected off his own arm. No call by the ref. Then May looking for the flick on. Almost gets it to work. Wins it right back. Takes on a defender. Done beautifully to regain possession. There's Youssef. Back to Youssef. Charles. Charles gives it away to Yassine. And here is Tapiwa, who gives it right back to Empire, and they have another throw-in to work with. Today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Salt Athletic. Salt have made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag. The air case uses antimicrobial technology to block smell, making for odor-free car rides and houses. Salt is offering the Game and Frame community an exclusive discount. Scan the QR code to get 10% off and keep it fresh. Empire look to double up their lead before halftime. There's Monroy getting the pressure by the defense. Didn't see it, but he is fouled. Taken down for another Empire free kick. It is taken quickly over to Henderson. Henderson with the cross looking for Hollis. Didn't connect this time. It's given right back for a Griffin Lawrence goal kick. Lawrence has had a lot of action in this first half, but only one goal to show for it from the penalty spot. Overall, a pretty solid game and effort by this future defense. They are still very much in this game. We have over 10 minutes to go in this first half. There it is, DeMay up in the air once again. Reynoso looks to drop it down for Charles. Charles looking for a back heel flick. Doesn't work this time. And here comes Future. Pushing forward Nagata, who has some speed down the left wing. And it is hit away by Monroy for a throw-in. Back it goes. Charles putting the pressure on the player for Future. He does well to get rid of that danger. Here's Liam. Finds the open man. And there goes the cross looking for David O. Henderson to it first. Back to his keeper. Into safe hands. David is a very important player for this Future offense. Now has spent a couple of seasons with this team from New Jersey. Always a threat. Short in stature, but quick feet and quick speed can always cause some havoc for the defense. Here's another guy with some quick feet. It is Aaron, the number 10, pushing forward. Reynoso's making a run, doesn't find him. There's Charles with the back heel flick over to Stephen Hollis. Oh, and he's still there, and he's taken down. But foul again, says the ref. It is a Future free kick. Here is Stefan. Liam. Over to David O. Tries to keep it in play. He does. According to the ref at least, and no, it's not. The linesman signals for an Empire throw-in. About 13 minutes left in this first half. Just a 1-0 lead for New York Empire. Plenty of time to double that. Here's a throw-in looking for DeMay. He gets rid of his defender, makes a move on another, gives it off to, that was Moya, who sends the ball over to Hollis. Hollis with a cross. Yeah, Arias was the first one and only one there, over to Griffin Lawrence. Tapiwa. Back to Tapiwa, number 89, who is the defensive partner of Kenny Arias, number 85. Big numbers, big positions to play for this Future defense. Tapiwa looking for who is going to provide some help there, and he finds Yassine. There it goes back to Nagata. Nagata's pushing forward, make a spin move, looking for Thomas, but Empire's to it first. There's a clearance, looking for Charles. Charles drops it down neatly. Back to Hollis, who's looking for DeMay. DeMay gets to it. He has a defender to beat. That is Kenny Arias. He gets past him. He has another player to find. There's Charles, who takes a shot. And it goes off, deflected by the defense for another Empire corner. Great pace shown there by DeMay. And good service. Another shot blocked by this defense to prevent this game from being blown apart. But harm's not out of the way. Here comes the corner. Into the box it goes. DeMay is to it. Makes contact, but it goes over the bar for a goal kick. That height up top, the finesse, the speed from this striking duo is what makes this Empire squad so deadly. There's a goal kick. Reynoso's to it. Drop down for DeMay, but it goes out of bounds for another throw-in. And it goes. Nagata, excuse me. It's dropped down by Aaron. Shown Nagata. Step on to Liam quickly. Reynoso putting pressure. Back to Liam it goes. Number 9 pushing forward. Looking for Nagata. Get another throw-in out of it. Quickly taken. Here's Liam. Back to David O. Nice move there by the forward. Takes a shot. Bounces and into the hands of Iasis. Looking to start the counter. Slows it down a bit to restructure this offense. Looking for Aaron. Aaron drops it down with his chest. Being pressed on by Nagata. He wins, but looks to be a foul there by Aaron. We have less than 10 minutes to go of this first half. 1-0 lead for New York Empire from the penalty spot by Naeem Charles. Future looking to tie this game up before halftime. There's Wright who gets to it first. There's Kai. Liam. The shot taken by Thomas. Drops into the hands of Iasis. Deflected and goal. There's the goal they were looking for. No outside flag. And it is Future Soccer Academy who ties this game up at 1 apiece. Off the chest of the keeper. Wasn't able to get to the second chance. There was Future to pounce on the opportunity, and they tie this game up. Just what they were looking for before the halftime whistle. Looks like it was Nagata on the other end of that. Puts the ball into the back of the net. Great positioning. Great danger that they showed, and it paid off there. This game is back squared at 1 apiece. Reynoso's pushing forward. 1 back. Liam in possession for Future. There goes another cross over to Thomas, number 15. Hollis is right there as well. Neat move there by Thomas to keep it in play. Back for his support. Over it goes to Yair. Yassine, excuse me. Here's David O. David can shoot it. He does. And is blocked by the captain. Trevor Henderson dropped down by O. Empire to it first. Here comes Reynoso. Long ball service over to DeMay. Arias is coming to put some pressure. He gets past Arias. Still there. And there comes the cross over to Charles. Tapiwa to it first. Drop down. Here's Hollis going down the left side of the pitch. Finds Reynoso. Monroy takes a long shot. They score! Did that go in? Oh, excuse me. That was so tough. I was not the only one who thought that was in, but looks like it was on the side of the net. Very close effort there by Monroy. This game remains leveled at 1 apiece. Dropped down by Empire. They keep coming to these first opportunities first. There's Yasin. Looking for Nagata. Drops it down. Here's Stefan. Looking for some help. Gets past Monroy. Now has some room to work with as he finds Nagata down the left side of the pitch. Gets past Aaron. Looking for the service. Doesn't get past right there. And it ends up in a corner for Future. 5 minutes of regular time to go in this first half. Still level at 1 apiece. Here comes the free kick being taken by David O down the left side. Here comes the service. And it goes over everybody's head for an Empire throw in. Can Empire take over their lead once again before the halftime whistle? Have a couple minutes of regular time to work with, plus whatever's added by the ref. It has quieted down here in Central Islip. Not for long. Over to Henderson. Weighing his options. Here's Aaron showing support. Finds Charles instead. Liam gets to it first. Drops it down for Tapiwa. And safely in the hands of Lawrence once again. Kenny over to Liam. Here's Stefan. Back to the keeper. And there's nobody there but Monroy, who drops it down for Empire. Reynoso gets to it here. There's another ball there for Charles. Charles on the edge of the box looking for service. Pass it on to Reynoso. Can he may get there? No, he can't. Lawrence is to it first. Looking for his options. Trying to get this out of harm's way. A 1-1 draw is a good result for Future in this first half versus the top 4 team last season. Liam. There's, Kai. Goes out of bounds. This chilly Saturday evening. Oh, and that ball's given away by to Charles. Dangerous man to give the ball to. Reynoso is taking a long shot, deflected, and it goes just above the crossbar for a corner, long corner by Empire. Reynoso saw the keeper backtracking, took his opportunity, and gets a corner out of that long distance shot. Don't sleep on these set pieces, as Empire has plenty of height to work with. They have a big advantage over this Future Academy squad. Plenty of guys to target, primarily Henderson and DeMay. Here comes the service. Looks to go to Hollis, who scored! Golazo! Hollis is to it first. Makes it 2-1 for Empire. Right before halftime, they regain their lead. That long distance shot ended up working in their favor as Reynoso created that opportunity. Charles got that possession started, and Hollis finds the back of the net off this set piece. Looks like it is 1 minute of extra time left in this match, just in time for the whistle. Hollis shows up as the early sub finds the back of the net. Future was only able to tie this game for about 6-7 minutes before Hollis regains the lead for Empire. And it is given away almost once again. But here comes Future. Nagata, big presence so far in this first half. Over to David. David puts across into the box. Hollis is there to it first. The mate drops it down for Wright. And Wright clears it away, looking for Charles up front. 1v3. He drops it neatly with his chest, waiting for some help. And there it is, in Monroy. Pushing forward still. Empire's not done trying to score. Finding another goal here would be important. Number 6 takes a shot. And it is blocked away by the keeper for another corner. That was Moya, number 6. And we have another corner. Hollis, the goal scorer, is taking it this time. Might be the last action of this first half.
Holly, whip it in.
Hollis, the multifaceted player, goes from scoring a header to taking this free kick. This corner, that is, takes it, goes across the box, past everybody, and there's the halftime whistle. It is Empire regaining their lead just a couple minutes before halftime, 2-1 over New Jersey's Future Soccer Academy.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game and Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Oh, it's a tempting one from Baudenbacher!
Travis Van Brewer is back on. There's a shot! What a shot! CPR back on top! Fayez Merchant!
An inward swinger, right-footed, toward the far post, bouncing up ahead of an FC Westchester player. Oh! What a goal! Goal! Golazo! FC Westchester! A stunning bicycle kick.
Okay, looking to buy himself a free kick. Referee not fooled by that. Charnas, lovely first touch. And a searching ball. Kawasi cuts inside. Oh, it's a glorious second goal for Manhattan Celtic. A super ball by Charnas. And by Kawasi, brought it down and finished sublimely.
Harasabovic sends it long for Kurcic. He chests it down, has a shot over the head and into the net. What a goal! Incredible work to tie this game for Sanjak. It's level at 1.
That's Milton. It's a shot on goal. Oh my word! Off the upright. Had great dip, good power.
Good touch by Albi Rexa. Tries to get it back. Down the other way. Go International. Is there space to keep that one in? It is Ryan on the far side. Hunting for something. Has a shot. What a goal! My goodness! Picks out the top corner. International have a lead. 3-1v2, 3v3 now. Cam Park coming back to provide some reinforcement. Mark the strike. Mark the goal! A beautiful strike. A hammer.
Good turn there and the shot. And a goal! What a beautiful turn and finish!
Bonviel has the ball, takes a shot, rips it from outside the 18 and goal!
From perhaps that defensive error. Still with Paxton, Paxton to toward Dagan. Dagan inside the 18-yard box, dribbles away from 2, 3, Dagan! Goal for Brooklyn United!
Munoz has moved out to the right. Rio, just enough of a touch back heel. Cook Jr. Could be a shot. Hurtado Gomes, 1-0. His 9th goal of the season for Tomas de Andrade Gomes. Comes inside from left wing, finishes to the left side of the net. Good finish, clean finish, 1-0 Zoom Schneider.
Suarez, Saluga, trying to go through.
Oh my word! It's Merchant again! Oh, he's got the brace! Of today, especially in the second half. FC Westchester. Oh! What a missile! FC Westchester with a tremendous goal! 2-2.
Spin the shoulders and start the counter. What a ball to Verma. And that ball's hit. What a strike! My goodness! What a hit from Luke Hill.
Yeah, and then I'm going to come in. Come up on it. And then go.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Game and Frame live stream. I'm Josh Pratt and we're at St John Dallas Stadium. It's going to be Spencer Burkhart over the wall. Brilliant. Hoboken level it up. He's gone down. Penalty Pancyprians. Joe Holland beats Borte and re-establishes the lead for the Pancyprian Freedoms.
Joe, congratulations on the hat-trick. Great seeing you.
As a player, I was looking to just
Well, guys, that just about does it for us at St. John's. The Pacific Freedom's going top of the UPSL Metropolitan table tonight. 4-2 winners over Hoboken.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The salt air case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
And we are off and rolling. There's a whistle to resume the second half. Couple subs here for Empire as they have a 2-1 lead entering the second half. Wilbur Gomez comes in with number 16, along with MG Goose, number 21. We get this ball rolling as we have teams switching sides here. Future is on the ball now. Their team in blue from New Jersey. Goal at the feet of Nagata, number 32, and for Empire in yellow. Goals from Charles, Naeem Charles from the penalty spot, along with Steven Hollis, who gave them the lead right back minutes before the halftime whistle. Once again, 2-1 score for New York Empire. Back and forth match for the majority of the first half. Future only had 2 wins all of last season, but they played really strong. Empire resilient though. Kept attacking and it ended up paying off. With 2 goals in the first half. Here is a throw-in for Future. Aaron to it first. Reynoso in the middle trying to regain possession, but Liam is there to it. Hands it off to Yassin. Thomas pushing forward. Over to Kai. There's a tackle by Wilbur Gomez. Liam in the middle of the field looking for Nagata. Oh, making the run overlapping. Back to Liam. Over to O. Defended by Aaron. David O looking to take on Aaron. Aaron makes a tackle. Forces the throw in for Future. There's a throw in looking for David O. There's a move made by Stefan. Recovered by Future. Over to Thomas looking for him. The defense is to it first. Here's early sub action from Goose in the middle of the field. Over to Monroy. Excuse me, that is Moya. Tapi was to it first for Future. Empire regains possession. Here's Charles, ever so dangerous. Here's MG with plenty of pace, looking for his option. Reynoso was there. Future to it first. Yassin recovers. Over to Thomas. This is Carolyn. David with some space and room. Over to Nagata. Sho Nagata. Back to Stefan. Over to Liam. And there's a foul called by the ref there before Empire could dispossess the ball. Back to Future it goes. Only 1 yellow in the first half. That went to Kenny Arias, number 85, with the crucial intervention that might have prevented another goal for Empire. Tapiwa. This is Yassin with the cross into the box. There is looking for anybody. Still up in the air. Thomas to it first. Kai had the ball land at his feet, wasn't able to control it. Here's Liam looking for the option. Ball's putting it to the cross of the box. Gets past everybody, but recovered by Future. Here comes another cross. And the ref blows his whistle. Believe that is for an offside call as the linesman raises his flag. It is going to be a goal kick for Viasis. Same lineup for Future to start this second half. There is Thomas, who almost gave himself an opportunity to score. Recovered by Empire. Their captain, Henderson, clears the ball away. Over to Reynoso. There's Wilbur Gomez, number 16, the sub for the second half. Wasn't able to get to that ball. Lawrence being pressured by MG. There's Reynoso. Looking for MG. Back to Reynoso. Switching the field over to the second goal of the game for Hollis, who puts in a cross. And into the hands of Lawrence it goes. Tapiwa looking to start it back up for future. Liam. Good pressure by Empire, making every clearance difficult. Tapiwa switches the field over to David. Further back it goes to Carolyn. Oh, excuse me, that I believe was Stefan actually.
Georgie, he's looking for the long.
Kenny Arias. David. Over to Stefan. This is Liam. Switches it over to Tapiwa.
Outside.
This is Thomas. Tool guard number 15. Moving inside. Dispossessed. Here's MG Goose. Looking to start it right back up. Reynoso was taken down there, and it is a foul for Empire. Here's the lineups for the second half. Jonathan Villasas is in net. George Youssef, Trevor Henderson, and Stephen Hollis is actually playing a little further up the pitch as Andrade Wright is on defense. Reynoso's in the middle of the field with Wilbur Gomez. There's the ball looking for Hollis. Reynoso's making a run. Tapiwa makes a challenge. Shoulder says the ref, no call there. And there's a throw-in for future. Empire is wondering why that wasn't a foul, but the ref signaled to a shoulder tackle by Tapiwa. There's a throw-in. There looks to be a foul right there, and this time it is called. Some tensions early in the second half after that foul wasn't called. And future is off and rolling once again with David. Kirill Aaron is over there. Further up top is the duo of Naeem Charles and Tim DeMay. Charles gets his first goal of the game from the penalty spot, and here comes Goose. Gets that ball, makes a lovely turn on Kenny Arias. Now looks for Charles, looking for a second goal of the match. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Gets past the keeper and gets taken down for the second penalty of the match for Empire. And there's a yellow card for the goalkeeper, Lawrence. Lovely move by Charles, and he is still down on the ground. Nice possession by MG over to Charles, and he is still down on the ground. Was almost clear for his second goal of the match. Instead, wins Empire their second penalty of the game. In the 53rd minute of the second half. Fortunately, Charles is still down. Looks to be a little tight after that tackle. MG has made an instant impact since coming on in the second half. Charles is back to his feet, and it looks like he is getting right back to take the second pen. He hobbles his way over, but he is ready for the challenge. He looks to beat Lawrence once again from the spot. One-on-one again. Part two. Naeem Charles steps up and is blocked by the keeper Lawrence, and it is skyrocketed above the crossbar. He wasn't able to convert this second round. Round two goes to Griffin Lawrence, and this is still just a 2-1 lead for Empire. Charles got that knock after being taken down by Lawrence, but that tackle and that yellow card seemed to have worked in Future's favor as Lawrence gets his first save of the season against Naeem Charles. And there's a foul called there by the ref. Opportunity missed for Naeem Charles to get his second goal of the match and the season. But Lawrence guessed right, dove to his right, and made the right save to keep this a 1-goal game. What can Future do now with this opportunity their goalkeeper granted them? Tapiwa goes back to his goalkeeper. Pressure by MG. Releases only to Charles. Charles has some space. Gives it off to Reynoso. Reynoso has some space as well. He looks for a shot. Looks for some help. He finds it in Hollis. Can he find his second goal of the game? Puts across the box it goes. Over to Reynoso. Down to Charles. Here's Wilbur. Back to Reynoso. They look to recompose here. Over to Wilbur. This is Danny Moya. This is Youssef. MG looking for the 1-2 action. Moya switches the field over to Aaron. Aaron looking to take off Nagata. He does so. Now he looks to take on David O. He retracts and moves further back to his captain, Henderson. Here's Moya with plenty of room to work with. MG back to Moya. Future almost won it right back. But here's Andrade Wright, Jamaican center back for Empire. Wilbur Gomez. Over to Reynoso. This is Youssef. This is Hollis. Working to make a move on his defender. And is given away over to Kai for Future. They look to go on a counter. There's Stefan looking for the ball over for Kai. And their captain Henderson for Empire makes a great intervention to win it right back. Andrade Wright gets away from danger. Over to Henderson. To Reynoso. And here comes Hollis. Future looks to be making a sub. But in the meantime, MG plays it back. There's a service looking for Charles. But it only finds Griffin Lawrence to regain possession for Future. It looks like Ryan Dunn is going to come onto the pitch for the team from Jersey in your blue jerseys tonight. Tapiwa gives it away. Hollis trying to control possession. MG goes down and MG is fouled. Oh, and looks to be a yellow card coming over to Liam. Number 9, second yellow of the game. Second yellow to Future. And it looks like it was for back talking to the ref. He's had enough. He joins Kenny Arias as the 2 yellow booked players for Future. Actually, the goalkeeper was booked as well, Griffin Lawrence, so that makes it 3. Looks like the sub for Future is going to come on after this free kick is taken. Unless the ref allows him to make the sub. Looks like the ref is going to give another talking to someone here. Oh no, looks like he's just getting possession for this free kick taken. Looking for a header, and it goes above everybody's head. Reynoso was the man to target there. But Lawrence is happy to see that go away. As Ryan Dunn is going to come onto the pitch for number 21, with number 21, excuse me. And it is Tapiwa Shumba coming off the pitch. Very eventful 15 minutes into the second half that we have. We still have the same score of the first half, 2-1, after Naeem Charles' second penalty of the match was saved by Griffin Lawrence. Hollis has done a great job since entering this pitch as a first half sub for the injured Cazzetti. MG goes down, tackled by the newly subbed on player Ryan Dunn. Much more physical, somewhat hectic second half than the first. Both teams have tasted blood in this match. Neither wants to go home with less than 3 points to open up their season. There's David O looking for Nagata Sho. Looks to be a offside call on Empire, excuse me. Nope, looks like it is on Future, and Empire is going to throw this ball in by Henderson over the right. Here's Hollis being pressed there by Yassine. MG is looking to move down the left side of the pitch. That ball goes out of bounds for a throw-in. Over to MG. Back to MG. Gets past one defender, gets past the second. Wilbur Gomez gives it right back to MG. Back to Wilbur Gomez. It was intended, but kicked away by the Future defense. There's a throw in. Reynoso, lovely move to get away from his defender. And there's a side tackle from the back, which regains possession for Future. They look to go on the counterattack with Thomas. One-on-one with Youssef, who is getting to that ball first. Andrade is showing some help. Thomas is to it. Makes a move, gets away from Youssef. Waiting for some help. Caroline is there. So is Yassine. Yassine crosses it into the box. And Henderson is to it first, the captain for Empire. Gets rid of the danger, and there's a foul call for an Empire free kick. Future is complaining with the physicality of this game to the ref. Ref looks to be heading over to give a talking to the coach. There's some issues going on with the physicality of this match. It looks like Future's claiming that the whistles have been somewhat soft and some inconsistency. They sort that out, no yellow card, and we resume play with Trevor Henderson. This has been a very energetic second half. Follow up that first half with 3 goals to show for it. No goals so far in the second half, but a lot of game to play. Reynoso is to that ball first. Gets past his defender. Looking to find Charles. Lawrence is to it first. Neutralize the danger. You can tune in to Game and Frame tomorrow for a couple of games. First off is New York Athletic Club facing Zoom Schneider FC at 12:15 in the Metropolitan Conference. Also there is Hoboken FC 1912 versus Richmond County FC at 4 p.m. April 10th, you can find Pan Cyprian Freedoms after this shot is taken by MG, and there's a save by Lawrence, and it forces a corner for Empire. Finish up by saying Pan Cyprian Freedoms will face Central Park Rangers at 9 p.m. on April 10th. All of those games you can catch on your Game and Frame live stream. You can catch us on YouTube this season. And here comes the corner. Over to Empire. And safely into the hands of Griffin Lawrence for Future. There's a long goal kick. Yusuf is to it first. Drops it down for Hollis. And he's looking for MG. Defender gets it well. Back to Hollis. Now to MG. Back pass too hard for Charles. Wilbur's to it first. Gives it off to Aaron, who's putting a ball into the box. Defenders to it first once again. Charles dropping it down for his teammate. Here comes Yusuf approaching. Switches the field over to Henderson. Right. Wilbur Gomez. Ooh, Yusuf hits it off the back of Thomas Tolgar. Oh, excuse me, that is Kai actually. And it goes all the way back to Biasis in net. There's Aaron. Looking to drop it for MG. MG gets the rebound. Pushing forward. Waiting for help. MG, quick feet. Nice footwork to get past his second defender, but Future gets to that ball first. Yassin plays it back to the newly subbed on defender, Ryan Dunn. Further advancing the ball forward. And there's a tackle by Yusuf. Long extended arm. And we're having a sub for Future. It is Julius Van Schindel with number 14 entering the pitch to take on Liam Yair. Play is resumed by Future. There's Stefan. There's a cross looking for the forward up top. That was Thomas, excuse me. And Yusuf clears the danger for a Future throw in. Still just a 1-goal game. 1-goal lead for Empire. We have about 23 minutes left to play in the second half. And it looks like Empire is ready to make another sub in this match. So far, they are doing well controlling the ball. Up until then, it is given away. And here's the sub. Van Schindel making first impact here. Gets taken down, and there's a yellow card to the defender for that tackle. And Empire is in the booking list. Van Schindel made instant impact there, forcing the yellow card for the Empire defender. And they're setting up this wall here, which David O is going to try to clear. Back and forth just like the first half this game. Only 1 goal separating these teams. Here's Stefan approaching. Fakes it. David O takes a shot safely into the hands of Yasis. And Empire can breathe. Waiting for his options. He finds his captain, Henderson. And here comes a long ball service looking for Charles. Charles is going to get to that ball. And there's a tackle, dangerous tackle. No signal from the main official. He says that it was ball. The crowd is adamant that that was a foul, but the rest signal just a throw-in for Empire. And Charles is still on the ground. Clean or not, that was a very physical, very chippy tackle. Charles is regaining his composure there, as I believe that was the already booked Kenny Arias that made that challenge. And we're getting ready for a sub to take place for Empire. It is number 8, Steven Rojas, coming onto the pitch, as well as Adrian Kira for Future Soccer Academy. Looks like it is Kai that comes off the pitch for Future in place of Kira, who comes onto the pitch, and it is Charles coming off after that tackle. Has had some rough challenges in this match already, as he forced that second half penalty, which he ultimately failed to convert on. He spent some time on the ground there as well. He comes off the pitch for his efforts. Here's Youssef playing on with right. There's Reynoso. Future regain possession. Here goes Show. Show is taken down, and there's a throw-in signal by the ref. Further back it goes to Kenny Arias. Over to Lawrence. Hasn't had as much action besides that penalty save in the second half. And that ball went out of bounds. We have an Empire throw-in. Don't forget to head over to our Instagram page, Game in Frame, at Game in Frame on IG, to vote for your favorite goal of the month of March. Voting closes at 11:59 tomorrow, Sunday. So that's right before midnight. Place your votes in for your favorite goal of the month. Another throw-in coming for Future. Once again, we have had a little bit of calm for a couple minutes. But you know what they say about calm? It is right before the storm. And can the storm start here? No, looks like there was a foul call, I believe. I'm not sure. I believe that was a foul. Here is Stefan, who resumes play with Kenny. One of the few booked in this match already. And that ball goes off of David O's feet for another Empire throw-in. We have a couple more subs coming onto the match for Empire. In the meantime, here comes Youssef with some room to work with to push up the pace. Finds Reynoso, very involved in the first half. Reynoso has some early action here with the second half sub. Here it goes to Aaron. Aaron making a move. Aaron puts it across the box. Deflected away by the defense. And Future is looking to go on a counter. There goes the ball, looking for Thomas. It is a good ball. He's one-on-one with Wright. Showing some support is the defense here for Empire. And Thomas is taken down. No yellow, but a foul for Empire. And Future is once again in a dangerous position from this set piece. Patiently waiting for the opportunity to score once again. Haven't had many shots in the second half. That also means that Villas in net hasn't had a lot of opportunity to get warm so far. In this chilly Saturday evening. We have less than 20 minutes to go now in the second half. Still anybody's game, just one goal separating these two teams. What has been a highly competitive match from start to finish. Here is the free kick coming for the team from New Jersey. There's some movement. There's the free kick taken directly just above the crossbar, and looks like it was deflected for a corner for Future. Stefan is getting prepared to take this corner kick. Not a lot of height advantages for Future. But we'll see what they come up with here. Stefan to take. Stefan on the ground it goes. Doesn't get past the first defender. There's a deflection right there. Thomas is to it still. Trying to keep it in play. Looks like he does. It stays in that left corner. Youssef looks to have won it back for Empire as they get a throw in from their back half. In comes the ball. Still anybody's possession here. There's this Van Schindel. Had early action on after coming on to the second half. For Empire, they have a couple matches to go still in the month of April. Next up, they have Academias Barcelona SC on April 11th, followed by the New York Renegades. Big match in what could be a top 4 finish once again for this season, followed by Red Hook FC. For Future, their next 3 matches are the New York Renegades, followed by Red Hook FC and East Coast FC. Very competitive start to the season for Future as they're facing 3 of the top 4 teams from last season. Back the ball goes to Lawrence. He clears it away. Cleared away by the Empire defense as we're getting prepared for another sub to come onto this match. Looks like it is number 2, Mateus Adams, coming in to the pitch for Andrade Wright. For Future, looks like number 30, Gio Diatis, comes onto the pitch as well. Here's Arias. There's a pressure by Empire. Hoping to play it off here is Aaron. Key roll Aaron. And Future kicks that ball further up the pitch. There's Adams just coming onto the pitch. Adams once again put in danger there, but he recovers well. This Future presence is felt in this back half for Empire as the danger's not out of harm's way, but here comes Hollis hoping to do so. He gives it off to MG. Back to Steven Rojas, who is fouled, and there's another booking in this match. It looks like it is for the sub that came onto the pitch in Gio. Another sub is coming onto the pitch out. It is Lenny Lopez, number 9. Entering. Looks like he's coming onto the pitch for Keyroll Aaron, number 10, coming off. Haven't seen as much action in the second half. He's making his way off the pitch. Slowly but surely, as we have about 12 minutes to go in regular time in this second half. Still a 2-1 lead for Empire. Have some time to work with to seal their first victory of the season. Back it goes to Mateus, looking for his right winger. They're pushing up the field, switching it over to MG Goose. Now he looks to find Steven Rojas, but wasn't able to connect there. Lawrence clears it away. Here's the Van Schindel. There's the service for the number 10. And Stefan is able to get to it. 2 sliding tackles, gets past both of them. Still a chance for Future. Oh, and he does not connect with the diving header. That was Thomas, who was not able to make the contact he was looking for. Surely would have been in the back of the net if he did. Here it comes once again for Future, and this time they weren't able to connect. Sense of disappointment from this Future bench after Thomas wasn't able to make that header. He had plenty of space to work with, but the dive did not pay off this time. Good tackle there by Future as they maintain possession here. Looks like he was pulled back and finds Thomas. Thomas looks to make up for that failed attempt earlier, gives it away. Sliding tackle, dangerous tackle that was. And Empire's on the counter. Pushing up with Steven Rojas, who switches the field over to Reynoso. Stefan is over to make some pressure happen down that right side of the pitch. He finds Wilbur Gomez. Wilbur loses the ball there, looking to win it right back. Still putting pressure on. And Future's there to it first. Looks to be a foul, and it is called a foul by the main official. Future's not looking to leave this game empty-handed. They still have a little less than 10 minutes to go for any last-ditch efforts to tie this game. They tied it in that first half with about 5 minutes to go. And just before halftime, Hollis was able to find the back of the net for Empire. As so far, he has the winning goal of this match. There's Monroy. There's Gio, who kicks the ball out of the pitch. And Reynoso lets it go away as more time ticks off the clock. And Empire are nearing their first victory of the 2025 spring season. There's the recently subbed on player Lenny Lopez fighting for that ball, and Future is able to come out on top. And Lenny unintentionally falls over his opposition there. That's a big body to land on top of you, but luckily for the Future player, he's okay to resume. Here they go, starting from the middle of the field once again. Switching it now. Over to Ryan Dunn, who pushes the ball up the field. This is Van Schindel, who almost loses the ball, and this time he does. It is Empire who regains possession. There's Wilbur Gomez. Goes back to Monroy. Over to Hollis. Hollis playing a deeper position now on defense as Wilbur Gomez pushes the ball over to Youssef. Youssef looking for the run of Reynoso, was not able to get to that one as Lawrence is going to take this goal kick. Wow. Good hands by Ben over here to keep our equipment working and avoid thousands of dollars in damages. Ben gets the MVP for Game and Frame today. And we're getting a sub onto the pitch for Empire as number 24, Ryan Mehari, enters the pitch. And it is Nico Reynoso who leaves for the last 5 or so minutes of the match. Take this opportunity to remind you that today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Salt Athletics. Salt have made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag. The air case uses antimicrobial technology to block smell, making for odor-free car rides and houses. Salt is offering, I'll tell you right after this possession here, as that ball goes to the corner flag for Empire. Salt is offering the Game and Frame community an exclusive discount. Scan the QR code to get 10% off. And remember, keep it fresh. Empire is going to take their time to take this corner kick as they still have this 2-1 lead for what is going to be the last 5 minutes of regular time and whatever else is added. Here comes the corner. Here comes the service. Looking for a header. It's deflected away. Looks to be another corner being taken from the opposite side of the field. Here it comes. Where's the header? There it is. And it goes back into the net. Hollis once again finds his second goal, second header, and puts the finishing touches in what is surely going to be the first victory of the season for the Empire. Two corners, two headers, and 2 goals for Hollis, the first half sub. And it is surely an insurmountable lead this time. Empire were looking for that final nail in the coffin all of this second half, and they may have found it with Hollis' second goal of the game.
That's a little close, no, sir? That color's a little close to ours.
Looks like Future is going to make a sub as Dror Cohen is coming onto the pitch with number 0. Lawrence exiting in his place. Valiant effort from the men in orange to save the penalty in this match. But ultimately, this Empire offense and their set pieces proved to be too much to handle as they net their 3rd goal of the match. 3 minutes left to go of the 90. And Empire regains possession once again. Here is the ball for Mehari. Mehari, number 24, making some impact after coming onto the pitch. Pulls it back over to Youssef. And here comes Lopez. Lopez puts it across the box, but the defender's there first. Harm's not out of the way. Youssef is still here. Youssef looking for a cross. He puts in that cross, and it goes just behind the net. Lenny wasn't able to make the contact he was looking for, as Cohen has his first goal kick of the match. There's a goal kick. Future staring at his first loss of the season, but not without putting up a very valiant effort. Still some time to work with though. Van Schindel, number 14, pushing down the right side of the pitch, puts up a box, it puts in a ball into the box, and there it goes safely into the hands of Jonathan Villases.
Get him up! Get him up!
More time is coming off the clock. And there's a long kick service looking for Lenny Lopez. And he wins it. And there goes Steven Rojas, who has a chance on goal. Back to Lopez, who scores the 4th and possibly the final goal of this match to give Empire a commanding 4-1 lead. Shortly after missing a goal, Lenny Lopez finds the back of the net. And as the second half subs that have been playing a crucial role for this Empire squad to put the finishing touches, the icing on the cake on this first victory of the 2025 spring season. Who else can find the back of the net? Here we go. Future. Thomas gets on the other end of that, trying to get past the defender. Goes to Van Schindel. Van Schindel does not make the pass that his teammate was looking for. And Villases has it in his feet, in his possession. has not faced a lot of shots in the second half. This defense, this midfield, this offense, this Empire squad has put in a very good 90 minutes of football to give them a 3-goal lead in this game. And there goes a physical tackle there on the corner. MG not giving up on this game just yet. And it's a foul for future. We have reached the 90-minute mark of this game. We're nearing the end of it. It is Empire 4, Future 1. And Schindel, great persistence there. Wasn't able to get past Hollis though. And there is the final whistle of the match. 4-1 victory for the Empire. Started off by Naeem Charles from the penalty spot. Hollis adds 2 goals off the corner. And to put the final touches on this victory, Lenny Lopez enters the pitch to score the 4th and final goal for Empire to give them their first victory of the season. For your Game and Frame broadcast, I have been Francis, along with Ben. And it is over here on this Saturday evening. And stick around with us for a couple minutes as we prep your interview. You can guess who we're gonna have some time with after the game in just a matter of moments.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game and Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna come in. Okay, come up on it. And then go. Hello everyone, welcome to the Game and Frame live stream. I'm Josh Pratt, and we're at St. John's Stadium. It's be Spencer Burkhart over the wall. Brilliant. Hoboken level it up. He's gone down. Penalty Pan-Cyprians. Joe Holland beats Borte and re-establishes the lead for the Pan-Cyprian Freedoms.
Joe, congratulations on the hat-trick. Great seeing you.
As a player, I was looking to just have
Well, guys, that just about does it for us at St John's. The Pan-Cyprian Freedoms going top of the UPSL Metropolitan table tonight. 4-2 winners over Hoboken.
I am Francis Argueta here with Game and Frame with the captain of your New York Empires, Trevor Henderson, and the 2 goals of the night, Stephen Hollis. First, I'll start with Stephen. Stephen, first game of the season, first dub of the season, first 2 goals of the season. How were you feeling outside on that pitch, and how often do you guys practice these corners? Because it looked like you were wide open every time.
Nah, it was real good. Let me hold this. It was real good to start up the season, you know what I'm saying? I felt good out there. Those corners, they were working, you know what I'm saying? They had a tough time guarding them, so it was good. We had a bunch of chances, and the guys put in good balls, and I was able to finish them. That's about it.
Thank you very much. And here with the captain, Trevor Henderson, who you guys only allow 1 goal of the match. There's a penalty save as well. What do you need more from your team, early in the season, but a lot of games left to play for you guys to get more results like tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we're happy with the win, obviously. Hopefully next game is a clean sheet, no goals. We have a high standard. We're a really talented group of guys. We're really just getting to know each other. We've been working hard this offseason. We're going to mesh. We're going to keep getting better and keep getting good results. So I'm happy with the win.
And you guys barely faced any shots in that second half. What was your message to your team at halftime?
Just keep playing. Just keep playing our game. Stay composed. We know we're good. We know how to play the game. Got a little sloppy there, but we stayed composed and we did our thing. So yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Once again, here with Trevor Henderson and Stephen Hollis. 4-1 victory for the Empire. We ended on this Saturday evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Good luck on the rest of the season.